Perpendicular lines consist of two linear equations. So let's recap linear equations. A linear equation consists of two main parts. The slope, which is always connected to the x, and the y-intercept. This is modeled by the slope-intercept formula. Remember, M is a place saver for the slope, and B is a place saver for the y-intercept. This slide is the most important slide. I will tell you why after you find the differences. Do you see them? In equation A, the slope is positive 2 over 3, but in equation B, the slope is negative 3 over 2. Let's try it again. Do you see the differences? In equation A, the slope is negative 3, but in equation B, the slope is positive 1 over 3. This process is called negating the reciprocal. This process is what makes this slide the most important. A negated reciprocal turns a linear line into a perpendicular line. You must be wondering, what do perpendicular lines look like? When graphed, they intersect to form 90-degree angles. Remember, perpendicular lines is a set of linear equations. The slopes have been negated and flipped. The y-intercepts do not have to match. When perpendicular lines are graphed, they intersect to form 90-degree angles. What does it mean to negate the reciprocal? To take a closer look at the slope, let's eliminate the y-intercepts. The word negate means to change the sign. Our negative changed into a positive. The word reciprocal means to flip our fraction. If you don't see a fraction, we have to create one. The negative 3 written as a fraction becomes 3 over 1. The reciprocal of 3 over 1 is 1 over 3. And this is how you negate the reciprocal. Okay, it's your turn. Pause the video, then create two lines perpendicular to this original. Remember, the y-intercepts do not have to match. How did you do? Did you remember to negate the slope, then flip it to write its reciprocal? Line A is perpendicular to this original. To create line B, I simply change my y-intercept. Remember, the y-intercept does not have to be the same to have perpendicular lines. Lines A and line B both intersect this original line. They intersect to form 90-degree angles. Line A and line B have a special relationship. These two lines are parallel because their slopes are the same. But we will talk about parallel lines in a different video. Pop, 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 pop quiz. Perpendicular lines intersect to form. I hope you chose 90-degree angles. Pop quiz number 2. There are two equations that are perpendicular to line X. I challenge you to pause the video and see if you can find them. Let's take a look at line X. The given slope is 1 over 5. Let's find the slope that's perpendicular. Well, let's negate it. To negate it means to change the sign, positive to negative. Let's give the reciprocal. Giving the reciprocal means to flip it. So 1 over 5 becomes 5 over 1. So we normally write that as negative 5. Okay? So now, taking a look at my choices, I can clearly see D is perpendicular to line X. C is also perpendicular to line X. But to make this determination, we have to put it back into slope-intercept form. So we are going to remove the 10 and the negative 5 from the left side by doing inverse operations so we can isolate our y. Let's do it. I'm going to subtract the 10 from both sides. That leaves me with negative 5 times y is equal to 25x minus 10. Now I need to isolate y, so I'm going to separate negative 5 times y by division. Notice I am dividing this into each term on the right. Negative 5 divided by negative 5 is positive y is equal to 25 divided by negative 5 is negative 5x, and negative 10 divided by negative 5 is positive 2. So there you have it. You can see it now. Negative 5 is perpendicular to 1 over 5. Here we have a special case. There are three equations that are perpendicular to line X. I challenge you to pause the video and find them. The slope of line X is negative 1. Remember, if you have a variable and you do not see a number in front, that number is 1. Negative 1 written as a fraction is going to be negative 1 over 1. Now if I negate it, it becomes positive. And if I flip it, it remains 1 over 1. So my negative x turns into a positive x. So if I see an equation with a positive x, I know it's perpendicular to line X. Let's look at our equations. Equation A, the slope, is positive x. So this equation is perpendicular. Equation B, once again, perpendicular. Equation D has a negative, which is not perpendicular to line X. And equation C, well, we need to do some work. We have to get it in slope-intercept form. So I have to isolate my y. To do so, I am going to divide by 5, each term on the right. 5 divided by 5 is 1, so we just write the y. Once again, 5 divided by 5 is 1, so we just write x. And we're going to leave the 3 over 5 as a fraction. Take a look at that. X, positive x, that's perpendicular to negative x. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to press the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. More videos are coming your way. Turn on that notification bell so you'll be the first to get my new uploads. Once again, thank you for hanging out with Math Turbochargers, and head over to my website. There you can find a link for tutoring and personal assistance. Bye bye now.